Guard your cheeks, Netflix. You might be. Welcome back to Nerd Shanty, where we get you caught up on everything going on in the nerdosphere. I'm Kenzie Kryptonite, and today we are talking about Disney Plus, the new Disney streaming service. Wah, 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 wah. So the Disney streaming service is basically going to be coming out late 2019 as of right now. Of course, that could change in the future, and it's going to hopefully be a culmination of much of the back catalog of what we know and love from Disney. But what really is going to put this up there on a higher par than what we're expecting originally is some of the original content that we're going to be getting. Some of the original content that they've already announced is things like a Loki TV show, a Scarlet Witch TV show, a TV show based around Bucky the Winter Soldier and the Falcon in a buddy cop-esque type show. All of these having the original actors from the from the movies. That kind of definitely puts it up there on a much higher spectrum for a lot of people, simply because that would go to show that these TV shows are going to be connected to the larger MCU. Now, one of the things that you might wonder and everything with this is, oh, but I already have a lot of streaming services, I can't afford to pay for another one. Well, Disney has already stated that this streaming service is going to be less than other streaming services. Now, they haven't given us an exact price, so I would probably expect it to be somewhere between $8 and $10. I mean, that just seems more reasonable to me. Now, one of the things that I hear all the time is, well, I already have Netflix. I already have Hulu. Well, here's the thing, though. In March of next year, Disney is pulling their things off of Netflix. They're not going to be adding anything new, and you know how Netflix is. Things only stay there for a few months. And with the streaming service coming out in late 2019, that would go to show that, well, if you want your Disney stuff, your Marvel, your Star Wars, your Muppets that they don't really do anything with. Well, so basically, if you're wanting those things, this is going to be the place to go. And not to mention, though, now that Disney is acquiring Fox, they will be owning 60% of Hulu. And by owning 60% of Hulu, one of the things that you have to understand is that they could very well just put this also as an add-on to Hulu. Now, you'd still be able to get the streaming service without Hulu, but I just have this inkling feeling that they're going to have it where you could just add it onto Hulu, maybe for a slightly lesser price, or even at the same price, nonetheless, just to make it a little bit easier and just have it into that already consolidated platform that you're using. Now, one of the things that a lot of people might be wondering is, oh, well, what about other, type of, shows and things like that? I just not necessarily only caring about Star Wars, well, not about Marvel. Well, Star Wars is going to have a TV show, as I kind of just blundered there. But so, Star Wars is getting a live-action TV show being made by Jon Favreau. Now, that name might sound a little familiar to you, because it's the man that started it all out with Marvel for us. He made Iron Man. So, if you enjoyed that, you can kind of imagine that he could bring a really fun twist onto this new franchise, this new TV show, because the new show is being called The Mandalorian. It's being based between episode 6 and episode 7. So there's a lot of things that, unless you're really up to date on a lot of the books, that you probably don't know about. And having it being based off The Mandalorian, it did kind of set it to where we're probably never going to be seeing that Boba Fett movie that everyone was hankering for. But with looking how a lot of people have been reacting to the Solo Star Wars movie, it might be better that that's going that direction. Now, if Star Wars and Marvel isn't quite your thing, well, they have more for you as well if you're looking for more traditional Disney-style things. You can look forward to a live-action version of The Sword and the Stone, a live-action version of Lady and the Tramp. Both of these things, they're not going to be in theaters. These are specifically being made for this streaming service. You also have the fact with Disney acquiring Fox, they're going to be having a ton of new properties to play around with. Even if they're just putting the old properties on there, that's a lot of content. But on top of that, they're getting X-Men back. I personally would like a really good X-Men show, unlike some of these newer ones that have more of the core members in it. And this could kind of sprinkle in all of this history for the X-Men to better explain things, so we don't have to jump in and have 50 movies before we can throw in some of these X-Men characters. I think that that would really do well for the comic book aspect. But on other aspects of it as well, just the back catalog. Who doesn't love Disney? You've got Pixar. You've got so many other things that they could play around with this. And honestly, I think that Netflix should be kind of scared. Now, I know a lot of people will probably not get rid of their Netflix regardless. But, I mean, the more you look at it, the more you see that there's going to be a huge amount of content to go and look forward to on this. Personally, I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to hear more. So look forward to 2019 when you can get Disney Plus. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and as always, keep it groovy.
Did you like that video? Of course you did. You're still here. So why don't you go below and give us a like and subscribe.
And if you like the t-shirts we're wearing, check out our sponsor in the bottom links below, Ripped Apparel.